DC Studios. So first off, new Wonder Woman movie in the works by James Gunn. So I'm surprised he's doing all this kind of press and talking now versus when the movie comes out in a month. But let's see. DC Studios is officially developing a new Wonder Woman movie, presumably as part of the DC Universe. Currently, James Gunn's DC Universe is working on Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, with various movies and TV shows in the works based on the beloved DC characters. However, one hero that many have been wondering about is Wonder Woman, with David Cornstar's Superman arriving in July, while the Batman reboot, The Brave and the Bold, is in development. There's finally some major news for the Themysciran heroine. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Gunn addressed the status of Wonder Woman in the DCU franchise, as well as the prequel show Paradise Lost, which has been in development since 2023. Now an actual Wonder Woman movie is finally moving forward. The DC Studios co-CEO has given an update on Paradise Lost, saying the progress is slow moving, but it's moving. Then Gunn confirmed, we're working on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's being written right now. As exciting as it is as a DCU Wonder Woman film is in the early stages of development, there are several key factors to take into account as to what this means for the DCU franchise. From what Gunn has shared previously, the movie doesn't move forward until the script has been finalized, when they have a clear creative vision for what they want to do with the character and their story. While Wonder Woman is being written right now. So real quick, I like that he wants everything to be finalized before they get going, but also that's going to delay so many projects for so long. Like there comes a time where you do kind of have to rewrite while you're filming. I think as long as it's like 60 to 70% what they want it, then they can start filming on whatever they are 100% on, and then rewrite as they're going. That's what I think they should do, but I'm obviously no studio executive, so I have no idea. There's no director attached at this time, which also means casting is not happening anytime soon, as it could be a couple of years until this movie even happens. Given that Wonder Woman is one of DC's most popular heroes of all time, DC Studios will not rush a solo film for her, especially after how many superhero projects didn't get properly developed during the DCEU movie era. Fuck you, don't be mean. That makes for the weight of Diana's big screen return even more worth it, as it will be more rewarding to see strong film crafted for Wonder Woman. However, it's still great to have confirmation from Gunn that Wonder Woman movie is part of DCU's plans. So, Wonder Woman, movie happening, script being written, no directors. They could have at least said who the writer is, no? Maybe James Gunn doesn't want to do that. They could at least say who the writer is for the movie, so we have something to back it up. If he's not saying who the writer is, that kind of makes me think that it's him writing it, which is a little bit scary. But anyways, Wonder Woman movie in the works. Let me know. Do you think we'll get it? I don't think we're going to get that movie till 2030, if I'm being honest with you. Up next, The Batman 2 gets the first update in 2 months from James Gunn. Again, okay, so on the record, I guess, or whatever, I don't think Batman 2 is happening. James Gunn has talked about how, oh yeah, there's going to be DC Elseworlds and there's going to be DC Studios and we're going to have different stories for different things. Why would he have 2 Batmans when he canceled Superman and Lois because he didn't want conflicting confusion or whatever between Supermans, when one's on the small screen and one's on the big screen? So there's no such thing as that. They had Smallville and Superman Returns going on at the same time and nobody cared. And then with the Batmans, that would be 2 Batmen on the big screen. So if you don't want confusion of Superman when one of them's on the small screen, that's just a stupid reason, because people are going to be confused. It's not that difficult. But if you're going to have that mentality for Superman, you must also have that mentality for Batman, because it actually even makes more sense as to why there would be confusion for there being 2 different Batmen. So I think he just didn't like the Superman Lois show, and I think he's very egotistical, and he goes, no, my Superman is the only Superman, so fuck every other Superman. And but I still don't think Batman 2 is happening. I think he's going to be the one to write or cast the Batman character, and he's therefore going to try to get Batman 2 canned or transition Batman 2 to become part of the DCU. Anyways, I digress. Let's see. James Gunn shares a new update on the Batman 2, as Matt Reeves' sequel remains in the works. While James Gunn's DC Universe is one of DC Studios' biggest priorities, they are still exploring Elseworld franchises. Bullshit. Including the Batman universe, which is set to continue focusing on Reeves' take on the Caped Crusader. Following the rumors that Reeves isn't directing the Batman 2, which Gunn has debunked, many are still wondering what direction the sequel is going to take. In a new interview with Entertainment Weekly, Gunn addressed the status of the Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson, as there have been many questions about what is going on with the 2027 movie. First it's 2025, then it's 2026, now it's 2027. When's it going to be 2028? Let's find out. Without giving too many details, Gunn assured that Reeves is actively working on the Batman 2, sharing the following. What Matt's doing is still really important despite all the stories, and on the contrary, we're supposed to see that script shortly, and I can't wait. Wasn't the script supposed to be turned in on Labor Day or Memorial Day, whatever just passed? What James Gunn Batman update means. It's been more than 3 years since the Batman ending in 2022 installment was a tremendous... That's crazy. It's been 3 years since that movie already. Jesus. But the way Reeves operates as a filmmaker makes sense why the Batman 2 has been taking longer. Not true. There's only 2 or 3 years between Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes. Whatever. With the sequel, its goal is to increase the stakes and make the story feel bigger, which completely justifies the development for the Batman 2. From Gunn's comments alone, it's clear that the Batman universe remains a priority for them, no matter how long it takes for the Batman 2 to come together. No, he's just trying to weed it out and extend it on until he gives up, until Matt Reeves gives up. But we'll see. What do you think about the Batman 2? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think they're going to get the update? I think it's just not going to happen. There's a lot of rumors of personal stuff with Matt Reeves to where it seems like he doesn't even have the time to work on it because he's got too much personal things going on. But yeah, you ask me, I'd say nine times out of 10, this movie's not happening. Or it'll get wrapped into the DCU. So with that, let me know what you think about the whole Batman fiasco. And moving on to our last DC topic today, and it is the last topic for today. James Gunn addresses whether Superman 2 is a possibility. So let's first off, let's get to Superman 1 before you guys start asking these kind of questions. But let's also see what they have to say. The chances of a Superman movie sequel have been addressed. The new DC Universe movie is a reboot of The Man of Steel. The film has been amassing quite a strong response online, leading to optimistic projections about the heights it could climb at the box office. A month before James Gunn's Superman movie releases, that confidence seems to be translating into a continuation of the story as set up for David Cornswell's Clark Kent, at least in a way, as Gunn shared an exciting Superman movie sequel update. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly, Gunn teased that his next DCU movie is going to be a Superman sequel of sorts. This of sorts tells me it's going to be a Batman and Superman movie, and he's going to have his DCU Batman in a Superman movie, but it'll be after the solo Batman movie, so it'll be a while. It'll be at least, at this rate, 4 years before it comes out. The director had previously revealed that he was already doing what he calls pre-writing for his next project within the DCU's Chapter 1. Now Gunn confirms it will be a sequel to David Cornswell's Superman movie. However, it will seemingly not be a straightforward one. As Gunn says, it will not necessarily be just Superman 2. Check out the full quote below. What I'm working on is, in some way, yes. But is it a straight-up Superman sequel? I would not say necessarily. No, he's going to do what they did with Batman vs. Superman, where it was a sequel to Man of Steel, but it wasn't necessarily Man of Steel 2. It's going to be Batman Superman, World's Finest. We all know this. He's teased it. Everybody's talked about it. Everybody wants to know who the Batman is. Batman and Superman are your biggest characters, and when he's writing it, he knows what he wants, and he'll probably direct it, and that'll probably still come out before the Wonder Woman movie. What the comments mean? It means that he's working on a movie. I hate this part of the section of Screen Rant. What does it mean? It means what he says it means. Based on the positive response to every new Superman trailer and reveal, that's not true. It has not been positive for all of them, but okay. Even though it'd be, yeah. Excuse me. Then they go in talking about Batman Brave and the Bold and Wonder Woman's announced movie that we just talked about. So with that, what do you think? Do you think Superman or the sequel to Superman is going to be a Batman Superman movie? Do you think it's going to be a Justice League movie maybe with Superman in it as the lead? Let me know what you think down below.